Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Udachi. And we're on Two Brothers. So yeah, we're going to have a little bit of fun. Now, I'm not going to lie, I needed a video quickly. I just got back from my grandmother's funeral, wanted to get you guys video out. So I need to get something quickly, so I decided to just go ahead and jump in the Udachi. It's an easy ship to get a bunch of damage in to make a good video. So I hope you guys are ready because we're going to have a fun one. We're going to push up this right side and spot for our team. And we are going to absolutely dominate our side of the map. So, yeah, it's going to be good. Anyway, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Everything went all right on our end. It's just a little chilly outside, but other than that, not too bad. We're going to push forward. There's going to be, a Yami, a Grossaker first, and two Azumas on this side of the map. It's quite a conundrum. But with our superior ship, we are going to absolutely nuke these guys. It's not even funny. Like, it's not funny. It is kind of funny because there are two ships that are like really good at killing destroyers on the enemy team that are right next to me, and they don't do anything. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. Anytime you see these big cruisers like this and they're not able to do anything, it's very helpful. Now, obviously, this guy's turning in. He's probably going to go bow in right there at the edge of the island. So I go ahead, pre-aim, fire the shot, make sure that we just fill the entire area with as much demon fish as possible. And the amount of damage that we inflict per torpedo is just disgusting. Let's be real. It is absolutely disgusting. And that's a whole wall of demon fish ready to hurt some folks. We get one hit on the Azuma. Are we going to get a second? No! He slips it. He slips it. That was his death right there. He was about to die. But don't worry. We're going to catch... Nope, I guess not. Thought we were going to catch somebody with the extra torpedo, but looks like they ran out. And that's another thing. I'm going to have to check into it and see what happened, but my torpedo range was reduced. I don't know why. So I'm definitely going to have to check that out. I'm thinking it has something to do with me going through the Akizuki line, and I may have made a change on my commander for Raizo Tanaka. But yeah, my torpedo range was significantly reduced in this match. And that is going to play kind of a big role in how much damage we're able to get, because we got to get really, really close to these guys. Of course, the good news is, the closer you get to them, the easier it is to hit them with torpedoes, especially when they're doing 80 knots. So, yeah, definitely a thing. But we get a shot off on the Azuma and then shot at the Yami as well. And sure enough, we catch the Azuma with one right there, just at the back of his ship. That causes flooding and does a significant amount of damage. We're already up to 40,000 damage. You can see we're averaging about 20,000 damage per torp hit right now. And we catch the Yami over there, which... apparently, we didn't catch him on the belt because if we had, it would have been reduced by 55%, but instead, we hit him for 20,800. So we're up to 66,000, and we've got flooding on somebody. Oh, never mind. They just damage conned it. But you can see I'm getting awfully sneaky over here. Now, I've got to hand it to the Gross Curfirst player here. He's got serious, intuition. You know, he's seen all these torps coming in, and they seem to be getting shallower and shallower angles, and so he's got a sneaking suspicion that I'm slipping around the backside of him and about to torp the crap out of him, which is exactly what I was planning. Now, I go ahead and launch those at the Yami, and unfortunately, Yami just took off full throttle. I was assuming he was going to move forward a little bit, and therefore I would just absolutely nuke him. Unfortunately, that ain't what happens. We only catch him with maybe two, I think. Definitely one. Yeah, just one right at the back of his ship. But that caused flooding again, and if he just had flooding, then he's going to be flooding for a bit. And this Gross Curfirst does the one thing you don't want to see, which is pop sonar. Gross Curfirst, 6-kilometer sonar range of detection on ships, and immediately the secondaries start tearing me apart. So I dropped smoke because I'm a doofus, and yeah, that's definitely not what you want to see. But I dropped smoke, even though sonar doesn't care about smoke. It'll still detect you. Same with radar. If you're in smoke, it will detect you. But we get outside that 6-kilometer range. He can no longer see us. And now that we know he's burned his sonar, that's going to make the next part of this a lot easier. Now, remember, Gross Kurfürst is actually really quick for a battleship, especially as big as it is. It's massive, and yet it's actually got a pretty good top speed. So chasing him down in order to torp him with our reduced torp range because of my goof with the commander, it's going to be slightly harder. It's going to take a lot longer. And unfortunately for me, it's going to allow somebody on their team to start to counterplay me. Now, it's not going to come into effect anytime soon, so that's the thing. But don't forget, we're almost done with the 25K merch. While we've got a moment, I'll go ahead and give that little shameless self-plug, right? Make sure you guys click it down in the description. If you guys want some of the 25K merch, it's only going to be around until we hit 26K, and we are almost there. I think we've got 150 to go. So definitely got to get it while you can. Otherwise, it's gone forever. Poof. But I like it. I've got a few different things for the 25K merch. Got the zip-up hoodie, which is awesome. I've got a pullover hoodie, which is really super soft and warm. And then I've got the premium t-shirt, which is fantastic. I love the premium shirts, man. They're so comfortable. But if you do order a premium t-shirt, maybe order a little bit bigger than you normally are, just because they tend to shrink a little bit in the wash. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, back to the game. We're chasing down two battleships. One of them is Yami and the other is the Gross Kurfürst. Yami has already been punched in the mouth pretty darn hard. We're up to 110,000 damage and we've only got 4 torpedo hits, guys. That's a rough game for the enemy. But we're going to get some more here shortly, as soon as we can get into range. Now you can see this is where that extra torpedo range would come in handy. But we don't have that. Our torpedo range has been dropped. And I'm assuming, like I said, that it was a commander inspiration that I changed for my, probably the Shiratsuyu, when I went through the Shiratsuyu. But yeah, it was... something's changed, and my max range on my torps is back down to base range, which is 7 kilometers. But we're gonna get up in here. We're gonna drop these torps. All the demon fish are on the way, and that Gross Kurfürst is all but dead. Now here is my mistake. Okay, I decide, I know that guy's dead. He's not going to be able to get out of the way of those 80-knot torps in time. He can't see them until it's too late, and once he does see them, like I said, it's too late. But as I go back towards the enemy base to get ready to capture the enemy base, and look at that wall of skill. Oof. That is just nasty. That's nasty. He's about to be gone. That gives us our first kill of the game, but that takes us up to 135,000 damage. Now, if you pay close attention to the center of the screen, I am now located. What does located mean? Located means that there is somebody with the skill Twist and Track or the cruiser equivalent that has a bearing on your position, because you are the closest thing to them, the closest enemy to them. Now, I know that the enemy destroyer is an Akizuki, and our Yamato just told me to get back. My arrogance gets the better of my judgment. And this error could very well cost us this match. I don't want to go into spoilers, but I'm just saying, if you make these kinds of mistakes, you deserve to lose, regardless of what I've done up to this point. And so, what you're about to see is a Yudachi with 10,600 hit points get into a fight with an Akizuki. One of the the fastest firing destroyer with its 100mm guns. And we're both Japanese torpedo boats. Now, I'm going to get a notification when I get in range of the enemy ship. And so that's going to kind of show up that, hey, you're in range of a bad guy, get ready. And as soon as it happens, as soon as I go into this menu, there it goes. I'll go into the menu. Now, he's detected. I had a very slight edge in detection range. And I turn, I start to get ready to shoot. He knocks out my torp tubes. I go ahead and fix it. I try to turn. I'm trying to get the torps on him. I go ahead and I choose widespread because I'm not 100% sure how we're going to hit him. We try to cover the bases as best we can. We do manage to get all 8 torpedoes off. Are we going to take him down, or are we going to end up the sucker? And I think we all know how this ends. Now, a Yadachi cannot, and I repeat, cannot win against an Akizuki unless you get a torpedo. You can't get into a gunfight with it. It will kill you before you get 3 reloads. Like, it's literally that fast. So, that's why I sold out, went for the torps. But, of course, we miss, and now that puts our team in a very precarious position. We've got a Yami, a Gross Occur first, and a cruiser. Our cruiser goes down to the Baltimore. And so that leaves our Yami and Gross Occur first against a destroyer, a Baltimore, and a Roma. Now, the good news is every one of these guys except for the destroyer has been in a fight and are low health. The Roma is about to be finished off pretty quickly as the Yami and the Gross Occur first close in on his position. And I get into chat very soon after to tell these guys, just so you know that that destroyer is going to come through the center of the map. That's the only way he can win this, okay? We've got the lead. We've got the points lead. All we have to do is defend the base and we win. Stay alive, defend the base. Now, both of these guys overmatch the Balti's armor, so the Balti cannot afford to get into an engagement with these guys. However, a Japanese torp boat that has very sneaky ability can definitely afford to get into a fight with these guys, especially a full health one. And so when I get in here and I get my mic working, I tell him, hey, he's going to go through the center. He's going to try to capture the base. That's the only way he wins without killing you guys. And sure enough, these guys managed to almost flub this up. So Balti was spotted for a moment. Yamato fires the gun. And we're about to get, as soon as he leaves the cap, it's not even funny. As soon as he gets to the edge of the cap and he's about to sail out, instead of circling back around and getting ready to engage the destroyer that is the biggest threat to us losing the game, you can see somebody's pinging it. The Gross Occur first understands. The Yami's still sailing away from it. I even got in there and I said, hey, Yami, if I were you, I would load HE and be ready for him because you know he's coming through the center. Like, everybody knows he's coming through the center. But the Yami is so intent on trying to kill the Balti that he just ignored it for the most part. Now, I'm not saying these guys had a bad game. They clearly did not. They've both done work. So I'm not saying anything. And if anything, if we lose this match, it's more my fault than theirs because I am the destroyer that threw my ship away even though I knew I had no chance against an Akizuki. And having a Yadachi that could potentially spot the Akizuki right now would come in real handy. Now, luckily, the Akizuki starts firing his guns. Now, Yami is on fire from the Baltimore and the Akizuki, so they've got to really, really worry about burning to death here. Now, if these guys were able to, this Yami could have stayed closer to the Gross Occur first. He'd have had will to rebuild, providing that he's using Takagi, which most people do. But he would have will to rebuild, and the fire wouldn't be a problem until he got 2 or 3 fires, and then maybe you use your damage con. But, that being said, there's going to be some horrendous marksmanship on this Akizuki. And also, the Balti is going to make himself available very shortly. The Balti can't shoot at these guys forever. They're going to get too far away from him, and they're going to get in around the corners from him. So you can see he is currently detected because he's firing his guns at the Yami. And these guys are not even going to take a shot at him until much later. Now, they're shooting at the Akizuki. They're not doing much of the damage. I know Gross Occur first got a single hit, I believe, on him. And it's rough, I know, but good lord. I don't know if the Gross Occur first doesn't have his secondaries or what. But, yeah, he's definitely in range if he could get, like, broadside and start getting those secondaries to go. But he actually does the right thing, staying bow in, because Akizuki does have torps. He only gets 4 of them, but he does have torps. And you have to account for the reload booster, because guess what? He gets 2 of them. So, luckily, there's just enough space for a Gross Occur first to sail between those torps, which is nice. And, Akizuki has been pounded and is going to have to use his smoke screen. He drops smoke. Now, right now, the Gross Occur first was shooting at the Balti with his rear guns here. But these guys are going to continue to try to, like, hold their fire and maybe shoot at an Akizuki that's in the cap instead of just turning and shooting the Balti who has no health. Like, he literally has no health. But I don't know if Gross Occur First doesn't have his sonar available, I'm guessing, because obviously guy's not detected and he's in a smoke screen. He's definitely inside 7 kilometers, or 6 kilometers. But yeah, you can see Balti back there has no health left. All these guys would have to do is touch him one time, he's dead. But either way, we managed to win the match. There's 8 seconds left. It's pretty much a given at this point. It was very, very close, and I deserved to lose because of the stupid play that I made. I knew he was there. He gave his position away because of the twist and track telling me that he was looking for me. Like, there was so many things. I should have just turned around, went back to base, and defended the base. Top of the leaderboard, though, 2,000 base XP. Again, Yami and Gross Occur First both had good games, 2,000 base XP and close enough. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.